Okay, so this is Donna at Green Earth Travel. How are you guys this evening? It looks nice and windy and breezy where you are, Fata. Am I saying
Yeah.
that correct? Okay. Um,
hmm
so I have with me tonight Fata, and I can you say your last name before I butcher it to death here for me?
Bolivar. Yeah.
Okay.
Bolivar. Yeah.
What is it? I'm sorry.
Bolivar.
Bolivar. Okay. So Fata is the owner of a place called Waterfall Villas in Costa Rica. And I've known about this place for a long time, and I am really excited to hopefully start working with her in the future and sending some of my clients down there. And some of the background that I have is you own it with your husband. Is that correct, Franco?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. Um, and
Did you know
so
Frank in the old days, Donna, with Etsy Como No?
what's that?
Did you ever meet Franco before? Do you know him?
I was at Como No actually, and just for those who don't know what Como No is, it's a resort down in Manuel Antonio, which is what, like 20 minutes from you. It's not that far, right?
No, it's not that far at all. Yeah. More
I
like
might,
40 minutes.
yeah, I might have met him. I mean, what did he do there?
He was one of the managers. He's done a lot of different things. Yeah.
So I might have met him. You know, he might have been the guy who showed us around the hotel. I usually do that, but I did meet the owner of the Como No. So where
Right.
is so the notes I have here is you guys were living in different countries. I mean, how did you meet? Where's Franco from and where are you from originally?
He's from here, from Manuel Antonio originally. And
Okay.
I'm originally from Santa Monica, California.
Oh, you're a
That,
Californian.
yeah, that's where I'm in Santa Monica.
Okay. You have that international accent, so that's why I was like, okay, she's going to say she's from Portugal or Spain.
Well, that's because I'm also Swiss and my mom is Peruvian. So I speak a different languages
Right,
and that
right.
for that reason I have a kind of a different accent than a normal Californian.
Yes, you definitely do, but it's very nice. Anyway, so how did you guys meet?
Well, we actually met here at one of the other hotels in the Green Teak, group of hotels. And that's their Si Como No and also Villa Blanca. And so we met there. And I was on a consulting job at the time, just
Oh,
going through
okay.
Costa Rica. Yeah.
Um, just before I go on, I mean, where somebody's sending me a message somewhere. I don't know what that's all about. Um, okay, let me just turn this off. I don't want to hear this right now. So let's talk about where the Waterfall Villas is. Actually, you know what? She might be trying to get in. Hold on. Um, oh, okay. She won't. She can't get in.
Yeah. It's not
Try to get.
easy.
It's actually the. I think there's an outage. Try. I'm going to tell her try again. Okay. So anyway, so tell me where the Waterfall Villas is exactly. And I should have pulled out my map, but I actually, I don't know if I have a map. But why don't you tell us where it is?
Okay. Well, it's just a little bit, if you will, east of Dominical, which is a beach town, like a surfer town. And it's just uphill a little bit, only 3 miles. So it's really close to the beach. But what makes the location so special is that I have this beautiful waterfall, all natural, coming right through the middle of the property. Okay. So I built the villas right next to that waterfall. And there's like really no place in Costa Rica where you can go and the waterfall is totally private and you have the villas right there. Most people think the waterfall is man-made because it's so utterly beautiful. It looks like a stairway to heaven. It is absolutely
Oh,
amazing. and it's on different levels, and there are different pools at each of the levels. And I've put different yoga and meditation decks at the different levels as well, so you can get all kinds of vantage points to this incredible waterfall.
So it's south of Manuel Antonio, is that right?
That's correct. 30 minutes south of Manuel Antonio, and then just 3 miles in the direction of San Isidro from Dominical. So it's really very close. It's about a 40-minute drive from Manuel Antonio.
Okay, and how far is that from San Jose? It's about 4 hours.
3 hours, exactly. No, 3 hours. And we're exactly 30 minutes from the Quepos airport. So people can fly into San Jose. And I also have a great transportation company. Or they can come into Quepos Manuel Antonio on either the local flights with Nature Air or Sansa Air. And I can send a driver to get them as well. And it's just 30 minutes exactly from the airport in Quepos.
I'm going to put your link in here. Hold on one second.
Thank you.
Although they should come to me. Sorry, I'm getting a little feedback. And then I'm happy to help book it. And let me see if I do it this way. Yeah, I think everybody is having a problem with getting in here. So I had this problem one other time, and it was not good. So let's just see. All right. Recordings, but okay, won't show in recordings or audio, but we're working on it. Okay. So this is going to show your it should show your website in a second. No, Great. It just shows the link. Great. It just shows the link. That's all. But you know what? I'll put it on the side here. I was hoping to put in a photo, and I could have done that. I'm going to put it in here so that people will see it. Villas. I'm a little slow at typing sometimes. There we go. So in case you guys want to go see it, you can check it out. You can check out the prices and give me a call, and we can book, everything for you, including hotels the night before and the night after. So let's go back to how you decided to do this. When did you become vegan?
Oh, at first I was, it was a process. So before I became vegan, I stopped, eating different kinds of meats. So I stopped eating pork, I stopped eating red meat, and then finally I stopped eating chicken. And then after that, I was a vegetarian for a little while, still eating cheese and eggs. And then it was maybe about 11 years ago that I really started to become vegan.
Okay. And so was that in Costa Rica? You were in Costa Rica at that time, right?
Exactly. I was already here. That I really, truly stopped eating, eggs and cheese and everything else. Yeah.
Right. And is it easy to be vegan in Costa Rica?
Well, easy if you're buying your own food and making your own food, yes. But to be going out to restaurants, probably not so easy. Or at least, you can always have rice and beans, but the selection is very low. So one of the things that we've done at the Waterfall Villas, which we're now getting quite famous for, is supplying the most incredible vegan food that's very diverse and really delicious. And we have all kinds of different things on the menu. And I've just been able to hire a fabulous chef who's Costa Rican. Her name is Magali Urena. She's worked at the Four Seasons. She's worked at La Barrios. She's worked at all the famous places here in Costa Rica. But she decided she wanted to go vegan. So she called me one day and she said, I'm coming. And of course, I was very happy to welcome her. And she's got people basically licking plates. I mean, her food is incredible. Whether you're a meat eater or not, all her vegan dishes are so incredible. And she also does a magnificent job on, the whole artistry of the display of the food as well. So I'm really lucky to have her. And there's been a lot of comments on TripAdvisor. I've also gotten the TripAdvisor Excellency Award 4 years in a row now. And
Uh-oh. Okay, you might have to refresh here. You can just refresh
you'll see all the latest comments have some.
You're coming in
Do
and
I
out.
need to? 'Cause I see you.
No, you're good now. Okay, you're good now. I thought you were going to have to refresh. So, yeah, it sounds like it's 5-star dining.
Yeah, pretty much now, because I mean she's a formal chef, and she's worked at the best places, and she has all this experience. And I'm bringing a farm to table experience to people. I'm the one that goes and does the shopping with all the organic growers, and we have a couple of incredible organic markets now in the area, besides some big organic farms. And I go into greenhouses with the people, and I pick everything, and I have my own greenhouse too. And so everything is picked on the day. We do all our coconut creams and everything. We open coconuts on the same day and serve them, And so we don't have to buy stuff, that's been saved or anything. And it is really quite an experience.
I need to get down there again. I sell a lot of Costa Rica, but I haven't been there in probably about 13 years now. So I've been there at least I've been there at least 3 or 4 times. Yeah.
But you haven't even seen the new road then, because from Quepos, basically Manuel Antonio, to Dominical, and when the last time you were here, it was this dirt road that was so difficult that took 3 hours just by itself.
Right. That's why I didn't make it.
Brand new road of the whole country. There's no road nicer than that road now, and it's so quick. Yeah, I mean you can, people go pretty fast. It just makes it a whole different world.
They used to say when I was down there last time, we went in October, so we went in the rainiest month of the year, and it was apparently the rainiest week of the year. The rain, in 20 years, I mean, it rained the whole time, which we still, you have to go there knowing that you're going into a rainforest. So, if you don't, then you're not going to enjoy yourself. And, we had some little happenings going on, but it was fun. It was a fun trip. But I remember our guide that we hired a guide, I think out of Sicomono, who took us around, and he basically said there's a little bit of road in the potholes. That was their saying about the road. I'm and they like it that way, is my understanding, because they don't want, if I'm correct, you guys don't want all the traffic down there, right? Am I right about that, or has it changed a little bit?
That's over now, because the road is brand new, and so many people have come in the area. There's a lot of development now around Dominical as well. So it's very, very different than what you remember, I'm sure. And I mean, it's been nice as well, because now it's easy for people to get to us. So it's you don't need a 4-wheel drive anymore. You don't have to worry about the roads. It's brand new roads all the way to our door, basically now.
Oh, that's great. Okay, well, that's really good to hear. My one client is trying to get on. She really wants, I know she wants to go down there, because she just came back from Italy. We just sent her down to Italy. So she's wanting to go somewhere else. And so she's trying her best to get on, and hopefully she'll see the recording. If not, and hopefully hundreds of other people will see it too. So now, a little bit of your background. You were an ex-CEO, I mean, from a software company, is that right?
Yeah, that's correct. I, got all my training in computer science, and I graduated with a master's degree. And I worked for lots of different companies. Yeah, I worked for a lot of different in the corporate world, even PepsiCo. I started Pepsi Online. I worked for Oracle. I worked for Digital Equipment in the day. I worked for lots of big corporations until I was able to convince a group of people in Miami to back me to open my own company. And then we started developing software for banks, but it was internet-based, so kind of like a PayPal thing, but for internet wire transfers and things like that. And so finally I was able to sell that and, you know, do something else. And I was actually consulting for FedEx in online marketing when I met my, you know, Franco, and we started the Waterfall Villas. I was just doing a consulting job for FedEx at the time throughout all of Latin America, since I'd already, sold the company and everything.
You mentioned Oracle. I actually am invited every year to, they do a green festival in their headquarters in Virginia. So they always invite me to table up there for the day. It's a nice, I mean, they do some good things, but yeah, I'm sure it's a very stressful atmosphere, but that's kind of a big switch, you know?
I worked for Oracle, was responsible for all of Southern Europe. So I basically traveled 4 weeks out of the year when I worked for Oracle.
Oh,
I mean, 4 weeks every month, all year. I was never home, only on the weekends. So it was a lot of work, but it was a fun company to work for. I mean, I don't have any regrets of all of the companies I've worked for and all the things I've done. Just that it got to the point after doing it for so many years that I thought that I wanted to do something for my own health and also for other people. So when I started curing myself, I was an asthmatic. I had my 4th and 5th vertebrae were fused. And through yoga and meditation, I was able to completely reverse my health. I mean, completely. And I wanted to share that with people. And so I wanted to start a wellness center. So it's a hotel, but it's also a wellness center. I bring lots of practitioners from the area who do all kinds of work, including shamanic work. I also do coaching for people. So it's a complete package. You can do a detox. You can learn yoga. You can, bring your yoga practice to another level. You can just relax. Or you can go on adventures, or a little bit of everything as well.
Well, yeah. Do you, a couple of things. I wanted to talk about the rooms and what they're like, but I also want to talk about, like, a lot of these properties will put together a package for people. So, I mean, obviously the first day you're going to get to San Jose, that's what I usually do for most of my people, is have them stay in San Jose unless they get there early enough. Because you don't really want to be driving in the afternoon. It's when it's rainy.
No, you don't want to drive at night because it's not a really good signage.
Right. So it's better if you stay for maybe 1, maybe 2 nights. I'm not big on San Jose, honestly. But maybe
because unless just to see a museum or something. But there's not a lot there because it's way up in the mountains.
Right. It's just a big city as far as I'm concerned. I mean, there are some good vegan foods there, and there are some very interesting things that are there. But I tend to put my clients right out like the next day. And, we either go up into the cloud forest and do a couple nights there and then head south, or in your case, I could probably just send them down south. They could go to what's the Scarlet Macaw place? It's like a half an hour, 40 minutes from San Jose. I know
what you're talking about. I don't remember the name either, but yeah. There's some places on the way down that may be of interest. Yes.
Yeah, it's a really cool place. I mean, you see scarlet macaws everywhere, and it was a very cool place.
There's a little park. There's a little park there. It's near Jaco.
Yeah, I think it's north of Jaco, but it was a national park, and I'm losing my mind here. But we stayed there for 1 night on our way back from the Manuel Antonio area, and it was a nice little place to stay at. Unfortunately, I think there was like some national party there that night. So we got, yeah, it was a lot of noise at the hotel, but it was, once it was over, it was really nice and we could just hear the frogs and it was really pretty. So, I mean, that would be one thing. I would have somebody go to either Hako or into this national park and stay for a night and then head down to your place. Does that sound about right? Or just have them head straight down, stay at your property, and then on the way back, stay overnight in the national park or Hako Beach.
Yeah. Right now, we're having the whales migration. And so from my location, I send people to Canyo Island. And it's a day tour, and they can go just right off the coast, just a half-day tour to see the whales. And right now, people are seeing whales every day already. It started early this year. And that's really fabulous for this time of year. It runs from about July till October. That's really beautiful. So that's one of the highlights that they can see while they're visiting the Waterfall Villas.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I just, yeah. Anyway, my friend Tracy can't get in. She's having a problem. We're gonna fix this for next time.
People are gonna have to listen to the video, I guess.
Yeah, well, they'll listen to the recording. It's,
Right.
So, I'm just trying to think. So now Franco was a graduate of hotel management, and you said he worked at the Seacomo No. That's where you met him, right? And just so people know,
I met him at Villa Blanca, another one of the same owner's hotels. Villa Blanca's in the Cloud Forest.
Okay, so it's north. I remember when he was building
near
that.
San Ramon. Yeah, near San Ramon.
Okay, so he hadn't built that yet when I met. What is the owner's name?
Jim DeMalis. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so you met him in Villa Blanca, but he worked at Seacomo No. And where else did he work?
And he also was a manager at Villa Blanca. So he went to hotel for Jim.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Jim, that's what his name is. Yes. Just so people know, Jim, if I remember the story correctly, he was a TV or is a TV producer. He mostly did commercials, if I'm not mistaken. And he somehow came down to Costa Rica on a backpacking trip. You can tell me if I'm wrong or right on this.
I don't really know this story.
You don't know the story? And you know what's funny? No. I can forget things from yesterday, but I remember this story. He said that he was like on a backpacking trip with his buddies, and he fell in love with Costa Rica so much that he decided to give it up and open up a hotel down there. There you go. And that's why when you go into his hotel, he has a movie theater. Does he still have the movie theater in there?
Yes, he does.
Like, he did commercials or something. It was something kind of crazy. He might have done some other stuff too. Very nice gentleman. I have to say, at that time, and I'm sure it's different because I'm sure you have the best food now. He had the best. I think it was a quesadilla. It was a vegan quesadilla. That was just, it was my favorite food, mainly because I think when we went down there with the idea that we love Mexican food. So of course, beans and rice are going to be great. By the end of the week, we wanted something different. We couldn't even find tofu down there back then.
No, back then it was very difficult to find anything. But in all these years, it really has changed. And I'm really happy to say we have almost everything now. Although we're still missing a Whole Foods, we almost have everything.
So are there now near your property, are there things like, can you go and do whitewater rafting? Can you go into the jungle? Yeah. Okay.
There's everything. We have zip line, whitewater rafting. We're close to 3 big rivers, actually. The Savegre, Cote Bruce, and the Guabo are right there. The zip line at Baru Reserve is fabulous. And so
Okay.
there's, and not only that, there's the Nayaka waterfall, which is, I think, the biggest waterfall in Costa Rica. The start of the tour is only 3 minutes from us.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Okay. And
Yeah.
what
And you
kind,
can go by
so
horse or hike.
oh yeah, of course, of course. I won't do the zip line. I will tell you that. I'm a little phobic of heights, but I will do the whitewater rafting, although my body might not like it anymore. But so as far as the animals there, now you've got is it the three-toed sloth?
Right,
Is
we
that
have
right?
everything the same like they do in the Manuel Antonio Park, except since we're, it's more spread out.
Mhm.
You see animals once in a while if you look for them. We're actually part of the corridor of the tapir, which is an official biological corridor right now, which stretches from the Osa Peninsula all the way to the mountains of Tinamaste. And my property is right there on part of the corridor of the tapir. So I do have, part of my property is a reserve as well, where
Nice.
we haven't touched anything. And we often get some very interesting animals. But one thing that's for certain that you see every day are huge blue butterflies, the morphos, and they're giant, and they just love the waterfalls. So every time we're doing yoga or you're sitting there by the waterfall, you're going to see a lot of those big blue butterflies and lots of beautiful birds too. And that's a daily occurrence. Yeah.
Okay. I remember the toucans and the sloths. I actually went to the sloth sanctuary, which was another. Yeah.
Toucans are more
There's
frequent. Sloths, we don't see them every day, but we do have them.
right.
Yeah.
I did see one swimming in a river once. That was that's unusual to see. No, it's not. No, it's not. But it was kind of fun to see. But so let's talk about your rooms real quickly. We're getting down to the end here. So I want to, make sure people know about your property and what the rooms are like, and, if there's air conditioning, or which there probably isn't, but you can tell me all about it and what you guys
have air
do.
conditioning in 4 out of the 6 rooms. So I have 6 rooms housed in 3 villas. So we're very intimate, very small, and boutique-ish. And so in 2 of the rooms, I have jacuzzis as well and private garden. But the main thing that makes our rooms different at the Waterfall Villas is that we're done in completely the Balinese style. So if you haven't been to Bali, you might not know exactly what I'm talking about. But it is the most beautiful and modern tropical style that I think has been created in the world. And it works beautifully for tropical areas. So I've been to Bali many, many times, over 30 years of traveling to Bali, because I work with a healing shaman there. And every year I actually do a trip to Bali with a group. And this year I'll be going in October, the 23rd to the 30th, for a special Black Moon ceremony. And the healer will be there doing treatments for people during the whole week. When we do lots of things. But anyways, so I've brought all of this beautiful artwork, which I think is the most beautiful artwork in the world, from Bali. I've never seen so many artists in one small place. And brought all that art, including the special architecture, which keeps also the rooms naturally cool and open. So the ceilings are like cathedral ceilings, about 15 feet high, with these cupola roofs, which, add for the air cycling and everything. And then it's beautiful art, and all the furniture is made with the teak from Bali. And all this beautiful artwork, and being very modern as well. So that makes our rooms very special.
I'm going to see if I can get a picture of your room.
Yeah, there's lots of pictures of the rooms on the website too. And I think that's one of the things that makes the Waterfall Villas very special, because it's not only you're in this beautiful nature, but you also have these luxury rooms that you stay in, and everybody's just really loved it there.
Okay, let me see if it comes up.
Yeah, I just see the link.
Yeah, hold on. It's looking at it. So if I remember correctly, and this was pretty much anywhere in Costa Rica, it can get really hot during the day, but at nighttime, it can get downright chilly,
Mm.
especially in the mountains and in the jungle areas. So um,
Yeah,
there's really
it's
not a
not
need.
like that really around Dominical. It's got pretty much the same climate as here in Capos area, Manuel
Right,
Antonio. Um,
right.
it's only 3 miles from the beach, so it's kind of in the mountains, but it's not like going to the cloud forest. Now there you'll freeze at night, that's for sure.
Yes. I
But it's
went
not
to,
really like that. It's just like a very nice temperate climate in
right.
the evening too. But of course, I mean, if people want to cover up, they can. But I don't really ever have to. I don't really see that it gets cold,
Right,
not
right.
like in the actual mountains here. So,
I
so we don't
never
really,
was cold there. Yeah. I mean, I was never
yeah,
hot there, I should say. I was never like overly hot at night where I had to,
exactly.
whatever.
It cools you down just enough to be very comfortable. So, I mean, people can put on the air conditioning if they want, but it's
Oh,
really
yeah.
optional. Not everybody does because it's not really necessary in the evenings.
So you do have air conditioning, because we
Yeah, of
Americans are
course.
funny that way sometimes.
Well, and we've had a lot of people coming from places like Sweden or Canada too, and they seem to need air conditioning more than anyone because they're not used to the
Oh,
humidity. So
right.
they use the air conditioning, and we do have air conditioning. Yes, it's very
Okay.
important to make people feel comfortable. But
Well,
you don't need to use it if you get used to the nice climate.
right, right. No, I'm ready to go back. Maybe this winter I'll figure it out somehow.
Yeah,
It
you
might
should.
work out.
It's so much better than it was 13 years ago.
Yes.
I mean, that's, when I first came to Costa Rica, it was like 15 years ago before I had
Right.
moved here. It was just like a really quick trip. And, it's so much nicer now than it was then. I
Oh,
don't,
yes.
but now if you move here, it's so easy to. In those days, you really had to rough it in the jungles. Now it's
Right.
not like that at all.
Right. No. No, I definitely need to make a trip back here, and maybe I can get some of my clients to come with me. In fact, I know I can because she's trying to get in here and she can't watch it. So I'll have to send her the link for the recording later. So any last minute words or, I mean, this has been great talking to you and getting a better idea of
Yeah.
the Waterfall
So, I
Villas
mean,
is about.
right. In summary, it's a Balinese style boutique wellness center with fantastic food. And we don't only serve vegan food, we do serve for vegetarians as well. And we even get full raw foodists too. We also do
Okay.
cooking classes. We even offer a week package of cooking classes if somebody really wants to learn how to become, very accustomed to this kind of lifestyle so you continue it when you go back home. We have a spa. We have a fabulous waterfall. We do yoga and meditation, private coaching, and there's also a lot of healers in the area who do fabulous shamanic energy healing as well, and they've helped a lot of different people. So, and just in summary, you get to stay in these wonderful rooms and do all these other activities like zip line or whitewater rafting or, go see the whales and the dolphins and everything else and go to the beach, which is only 3 miles away, about
Can
less
you
than 10
swim with
minutes.
the dolphins? Can you swim with the
Well,
dolphins?
here in Costa Rica, that's not allowed. But if you're
Okay.
out there circling and they come up to you, nobody's going to shoo them away. But they don't
Right.
bring you to the dolphins and let you, and make it possible for you to swim there. It's like either it happens or it doesn't, because there's a
Right.
lot of regulations here as far as protecting the animals.
Yes, they're
But
very
yeah,
good about that. It's one thing I love about
but
Costa
you get
Rica.
to see a lot of dolphins. I mean, just 2 weeks ago, I was on the beach. And there were like 10 dolphins jumping and swimming and surfing with the waves. It was absolutely gorgeous.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Okay. I
Yeah.
got
So
to
you
figure
get to see all of that and be in a great location. And Donna will set you all up with our best packages, and you know your clients, so you know what they need, and we have a lot to offer in that area. And of course, needless to say, we're an eco place. We're very ecologically sound, and we've done all kinds of things to be ecological and to save the rainforest. That is part of the Waterfall Villas.
And that's what I love. And that's my style. That's my style. Well, thank you, Fada, for joining us. I'm sorry for all the technical difficulties.
But we finally got in amazingly.
Yeah, we'll figure something out for next time. I might see if I can get like a group of people to come on like in September.
Yeah.
And
maybe we can talk about a specific topic, where people want to know about something, maybe about the healing treatments or the coaching or any other aspect of what we do there.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me pause this recording, and if you guys love it, please share it with everyone. Next week we have Sid from the Stanford Inn in Mendocino. It's the only all vegan hotel in the U.S. And the week after, we have the vegan roadie, Dustin Harder, who's been working on his YouTube show. And we hope to have some more exciting stuff, so we'll keep you posted. And if we change to another platform like Fire Talk, we'll keep you notified as well. Thank you, guys. All right, I'm just going to pause the recording. Hold on.